Hey there, YouTube. I've recently tweaked my green smoothie just a little bit, so I thought I would bring you along this morning in the kitchen and make it as I go and show it to you. This is similar if you've seen me do videos before talking about my green smoothies. There's a lot of the same elements in there. I'm just mixing up a little bit differently and just a little bit different way, and you'll see that in a minute. As the title said, yes, this is an 8-ingredient green smoothie. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. I got a lot of good nutrition, plus 8 ingredients, all plant foods, good for that gut microbiome. Diversity. I'll be thinking about getting more in there. So anyhow, we're going to start out with bananas, and apologies in advance. My Vitamix, I probably use it a couple of times a day at least, so it gets a little grungy. I don't remember exactly. I think this was about 5 bananas, but you see where it comes up to in the Vitamix. That's what's important. People will say how many bananas, but it's really about the volume because there's different size bananas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some water in there. And I like my smoothies really nice and thick, so I'm kind of careful with the water as I go. I can always put some more in there. That's enough to get it going. I blend my bananas up first. Just my way of making it. People make their smoothies differently. Next, I like to put in a whole bunch of kale. I'd like to mix up my greens a little bit more, but to be honest, the area I'm in right now, I just don't get that many, and I'm not a big spinach guy. I'm a lot more of a kale. That's why, for greens, that's why I do cook some of my greens. I eat collards. Collards are one of the best greens there are out there, but I wish I could get some good arugula here. All right, then I pack it. I pack it once, and then I blend. And then I like to double blend. That way you can get some more greens in there. So I take another big old handful of kale and I pack it in there. That should be about good. And then I blend it again. Then after we get those double blended in there, now I've always added seeds, but what I do now is I'm adding a mixture, more diversity of, I use flaxseed. I use about a tablespoon of flaxseed. I use about a tablespoon of chia seed. Oh, and with the flaxseed, I had some. I'll grind enough. I buy the whole seed and then I grind them in a little, I just have a little coffee bean grinder that I use. And I'll do it, I don't do it every day. I will do like 2 or 3 days in advance, but I grind my own. And then I like to use a tablespoon of hemp seeds. A little bit of the best of all worlds in the seed world. Then I like a little bit of blackstrap molasses. I just free pour this. I guesstimate that I put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons in there. And then we're going to blend that up. Oh yeah, that's going to be a nice thick one. And then I finish it off with some really good nutrition, some broccoli sprouts. Nice healthy portion of broccoli sprouts. I've really been up in my sprout game lately. I've gotten better at overlapping batches so I don't run out. Although I am going to be out of broccoli sprouts for a couple of days. I've got another batch going. And then I'm going to add a nice healthy batch of lentil sprouts here. Telling you, cheap nutrition. You order, I've ordered some stuff from True Leaf. In fact, I've got some microgreen stuff that I've ordered from True Leaf. And I forget who, I get my organic black lentils on Amazon, but you can find them anywhere. But sprouting, it's cheap, it's easy. And then I've done that. I was looking in the top there. I always do a check after the final ingredients to see if I need some more water or if it is that perfect consistency that I seek. And after making so many of them, it's perfect for me. So it makes about that much right there, dark green. Got a lot of good stuff in there. That's a full meal right there. It'll keep you going for hours. Yeah, and I just love them. And honestly, like to somebody that has never drank this, this looks like, ugh, that probably doesn't look appealing at all, and I don't blame you. But I've gotten used to them over the years. Like this is literally something I enjoy. It's not like, oh, I'm just drinking it because I think it's good for me. I'm like, even if I found out tomorrow that, oh, this is bad for me, I'd have a hard time giving it up because it just tastes so good. So anyhow, nice big power green smoothie right there. Just when you're making your green smoothies, just you might do them a little bit differently, but don't. When I'm saying variety, though, there's certain things like sometimes people will be making green smoothies and they're just throwing odd things in there that seem to have no association. Like I've heard people say, yeah, that's a good looking smoothie. I threw a cucumber, an avocado, some this, some that, and I'm like, okay, those are some rather odd combinations, but generally I totally advise you to get on sprouting, totally advise you to the seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds are super, super cheap. Hemp seeds aren't all that expensive either, so give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll probably be back to you at least one more time this week. Peace.